welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, so we're going to look at the week ahead reading from Monday the 30th. Okay, so what's this week going to hold for us? Let's have a look. Woo! Okay, the 3 cards are flowing out here, so let's begin with these 3 cards. First card that flew down was the Devil card. So it could be about addictions. This week could be a huge thing. Looking at our habits, our repeated patterns, things that we might keep on doing that keeping us stuck in the past or keeping us stuck from moving forward. It seems like we've sort of really, it could be a person, it could be the way that we act or react to situations. It could be an issue. It could be to do with workaholic. It could be an abusive relationship. It could be a passion, an obsessive passion, something that's keeping us stuck in an illusion. Keeping us stuck in an illusion. That was an interesting thought and that's interesting because I do get the Moon card, and the Moon can be very much about illusions. Can be very much about seeing the unseen. Maybe time to look beyond what we see consciously. It's time to dive a little bit deeper into our unconscious awareness, maybe looking at what we're afraid of. You know, why are we afraid to break free from those addictions or repeated bad habits or repeated patterns and things like that. With the 4 of coins or 4 of pentacles, it may be a sense of looking at what are we holding on to. You know, that's very, very interesting. This could be a sort of a dive deep sort of week as we sort of dive into what are we holding on to, what's going, you know, what are we, what's repeated patterns, bad habits, addictions, those things that we seem to be obsessed over in some way. We're so obsessed about what's going on that we're not really seeing the bigger picture. We seem to be very much afraid to move forward, to break free from those chains. Okay, with the 2 of Swords, we're really at a crossroads here. I think these are really time to make a clear decision about the direction that you actually want to go in. You fear you have to try and find a sense of inner peace within yourself. So it's a real diving. It's interesting. So it's really about knowing your own potential. What are you capable of achieving with the 1 of Pentacles, with the Ace of Pentacles? You know, what is your possibility with the directions that you choose to move into? Okay, with the Queen of Swords. It's about looking with honesty. A sense of nurturing your mind, your perception. I think it's very important to look at your perception about the direction that you're moving into. Super, super important here to be able to sort of look at what are you holding on to, what are you possessed, you know, what are you really obsessing about, what's stopping you from actually moving forward, what are you afraid of. If you can really sort of face your fears, enabling you to know your potential, know what you're actually capable of. It does feel like you've got some major decisions to make to be able to sort of nurture your ideas, your perceptions, the truth of the situation. Man, there's some real deep work to do this week to really dive into what you're holding on to. So it's going to be a big week. Whoa! So what are we diving into? Hypnos with rest. Okay, so you really need to sort of take care of yourself, nurture yourself, really do some meditation, reflection, some soul work here is super important. Being able to do some real soul work. Here it's about knowing. Yeah, again, I get that sense of deep diving, really into what's going on. Let's have a look and see what the Kraken card actually says. What number is that? Number 3. Let's have a look and see what is the message with the Kraken. Okay. It is good not to know everything. Great mysteries can fill you with wonder, and this is a very positive state. Be curious. You don't have to share everything with everyone. You can be selective about who you share the miniature of your life. Value your privacy. Seen and not seen, revealing all. It's a world where we think we know all and see all, and a little mystery. It's impossible to know everything, although you would think with the advent of social media that we have indeed seen everything about everyone. In the ancient world, even the world of a few hundred years, there were indeed great mysteries afoot, and many of these belong to the deep blue sea. The Norse sailors, not just the ancient ones, but right up into the 19th century, reported sightings of a great beast of ocean with cephalopod shape, destroying their boats and even holding on the shorelines of islands, churning during great storms. This creature was referred to as the Kraken and was greatly feared because it could rise out of the deepest oceans without warning. No one knew when or where the Kraken would strike. This gigantic sea monster was the bane of sea travellers and fisherfolk from the coast of Greenland, the North Atlantic, and right through the Scandinavian waters. Some sailors were so afraid of it that they wouldn't even utter the word Kraken without the fear that would indeed summon it. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, okay. Okay, plant companion is fir tree, and crystal companion is olivine. Fir tree and olivine. Okay, interesting. So there are some things that are unseen, right? And there are some things that are unknown. There are some things that are seen and unknown. And so it does feel like you've got to sort of just take some time out, rest, and just know that there are some things that you're not meant to know about. And sort of just take a breath for a minute, release all those old patterns and those old obsessions, and stop trying to force things to happen. So yeah, I think there's a lot of work to do on yourself, and sort of look into that unseen and seen energy here. And don't always share your thoughts or ideas with everybody. I think sometimes it's important that you keep silent, that you rest, you take time out for yourself, and not share everything with everybody. Just sort of, I feel like saying, like, zip it. Don't sort of say, you don't need to share with everybody with everything, or everything with everybody, should I say. It's a soul searching thing. It's something that you need to do for yourself. Select who you tell or share information with. Could be something that could be important, and that could be part of the addiction, or repeated patterns, is that you tell everybody everything, and sometimes it's important that you keep silent. Super important there. So that's going to be an interesting week to sort of think about, what I get here is, am I sharing all my ideas, my thoughts with everybody? Or am I being a little bit more, or can I be a little bit more selective in who I share my thoughts and ideas with? I think that's quite important there, because I do get that sense of speaking more than you should. Okay, so that's quite something to really sort of think about. Am I sharing too much information? And that could be a repeated pattern which is causing you an issue in your journey, because you want to get everybody's opinions, or you want to share your ideas or your thoughts or your obsessions with everybody. Just be careful about who you share because remember, other people might talk and might share something that you thought was secret, so just be very selective about who you share your thoughts and ideas with. Okay, that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care. Blessed be.